Shop Talk Podcast is a judgmental-free zone. What you're about to listen to is a free exchange of ideas and opinions. These conversations are meant to be an expression of purpose and life experiences. So sit back, buckle up. I'm Trey Beta, also known as Trey the Barber, and welcome to Shop Talk Podcast. This episode is brought to you by one of the world's leading weight loss supplements called Truvy. With its latest formula, Truvy is transforming lives at an incredible rate. Truvy products are designed to amplify and support a healthy lifestyle. So get up, get healthy, get Truvy. You can also order these products just by clicking the link down below. So make sure you go visit Truvy and start your weight loss journey.
Yes, sir. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You rocking with your boy Nelly T and Trey the Barber. Woo. Hopefully, I don't say nothing to piss people off. But you know I can't hold my tongue.
Ain't no promises.
Let's go get it.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Trey the Barber. Welcome back to another episode of Shop Talk. I have a very special guest in the house today. I'd like to welcome my brother, Nelson Thomas, a.k.a. MTV Nelly T. I've been cutting Nelson's hair for about 10 years now. Man, we're getting old.
Speak for yourself.
So, Nelson, where exactly are you from?
I'm originally from California, born in Inglewood, but I was raised Texas.
Damn.
And to be exact, Killeen, Texas, 254. Spent my high school years there.
Dog, I've known you that long and I've never known that. That's a shame, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
So, yeah, when I met you, you were doing small projects here and there. I think the first one, when I started cutting you, might have been the, was it Jerry Springer?
Yeah, man, Jerry Springer, baggage on the road.
Baggage, that's what it was. I remember going home being like, babe, I gotta find this show. My boy, he's on Jerry Springer, but I thought it was like the Jerry Springer, you know, where people are fighting their brother-in-laws and shit.
Like, I know, brother. Every time I tell people that was my first show, the first thing I like to do is just see their face expression because they're like, wow, and just looking at me, judging. But then when I let them know that Jerry Springer hosted a dating show called Baggage on the Road, their face expression kind of changes, but they laugh about it here in Jerry Springer.
That was actually a dope show, though. I remember looking it up, and it was actually pretty dope.
It was fun, bro. It was fun. I ended up winning that show. That was my first dating show, you know.
So on that show...
So basically, it's levels to this shit. It's like 3 guys, 1 girl. We all consist of our baggages, and she gets to pick as we're going through. You make it to the final level. It's between you and another guy, and she ended up picking me. And then she told me about her baggage, and I ended up picking her. But the plot thickens right now. This is hilarious. After we get done filming, she doesn't even tell me I have a whole boyfriend and a son at home. I was like, look, Mom, I'm not even mad at you. You did it to get this paycheck. I was like, me too, me too. When the camera opportunity pops up in the air, I'm like, let's go get it.
Yeah, for real. So was that her biggest baggage then?
Yeah, her biggest baggage. She didn't announce that on stage, but after the show,
By the way.
to be honest with you, with me doing that gig, bro, MTV had picked up on that, and then that's when my MTV career kind of kicked off, which is crazy because I think if I didn't take that opportunity to do that Jerry Springer show,
right,
because I thought twice about it, knowing it was a dating show and I was in the acting industry, and I know how people feel about reality TV in the acting industry, but things has changed as time goes on.
Right.
So I'm happy I took the opportunity, bro, because like honestly, I don't think I would be where I'm at.
That's dope. I mean, it was stepping stones. You
Right.
know? It was like, yeah, because I remember after the Jerry Springer thing, there might have been like some miscellaneous shoots here and there, but I remember when you came to the shop and you were like, hey, I got this gig with MTV. I was like,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I was like, man, that's crazy. So like, you know, like you said, there was levels to it.
Right, man. You never know what kind of opportunities that are given to you because I didn't see this coming. And, you know, that's not the route that I wanted to take because I was going straight acting. Commercials, TV shows and movies. That was my thing. That was like, Nelson, you're going to go get it. And I did a couple TV shows and a couple commercials here and there, which were amazing. But when I got that call for Are You the One Season 3 on MTV, this is right after I graduated college, not knowing what I was going to do. I was working at the club downtown, Suite 101.
Dang.
And I was a door guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was
That's
a door guy. I was picking up bottles, bar back. I was that guy trying to upsell you on a bottle, blah, blah, blah. Getting home at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, seeing sunrise, just to pay rent and put food on the table.
Damn.
But it was good times, well worth it. But I definitely grinded my ass off.
Hey, you earned it, man. That's the grind was not easy.
Not at all, not at all.
I remember those days though. I remember you coming to the shop super tired, being up all night. You still had time to get a cut though.
Hell yeah, I couldn't miss a cut, man. I remember when I first moved to San Marcos, and I was like, man, where am I going to get a cut at? And this was my freshman year of college. And I was really good friends with Marquise Goodwin. Shout out to him and his little angel, Morgan. Go Eagles.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gave me your number, and just things took off from there. You've been cutting my hair since day one of college, and I never looked back or changed barbers. Always took care of me and showed me love.
That's right.
And like I said, you're the first persons that knew that was going on Are You the One to Hawaii for a whole month, bro.
I was probably one of the first places you stopped. Yeah. And I remember you showing me the email, like reading it over the chair, like, yo, what? You going to
Hawaii a whole month? Like, you know, man. And it's funny because, like I said, I didn't know what I was going to do. And after college, I had an internship at RCA Records in LA, which was amazing. They even offered me a job. But that's just not where my heart was. But I was tempted to take it because I knew there was more opportunities in front of me. But you know, that's not what I wanted to do. I was a person that always wanted to be in front of the camera. Yeah. When the camera turns on, your boy turns on. And that's what fueled me. So when the opportunity of going on Audio One came out, man, it was sick, man. My first actual dating show, living in a house, 10 guys, 10 girls, and trying to figure out who's your perfect match to win some money.
That's crazy. How was that, bro? Because you literally have to go through every woman in that house to to figure it out.
You know, it was funny because when you first walk into this house, you walk into a house full of strangers, but you know that you have to talk to these girls to figure out which girl is your perfect match. And they can't get mad at you
right.
You keep talking to girl or jump here and there. But as soon as somebody clicked up and was making out with somebody or fucking somebody, man, they put locks on them. It's like, that's my girl or that's my dude. And it was hilarious because we had to get like a perfect light. So basically you go to these match ceremonies and you sit with the couple that you think is your perfect match and you light up all lights, you win.
Damn.
But if you don't, they subtract money. Well, people were falling in love and not wanting to sit with other people because they so-called found love in a couple of weeks. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You found some dick, you fell into some pussy.
Yeah.
And that's how it went. Yeah. Perfect match my ass. But next thing you know, man, I lost my temper a couple times. I got into it.
Yeah, I remember that being like your come out episode.
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember who was it, and it's your boy.
Yeah, Zach Longo.
Yeah.
The incident, from what I can recall, basically, I went on a date with a girl, and I was with this girl named Cheyenne at the time. You know, me and her were talking. People knew about it, but I ended up going on a date with another girl because she asked me. Well, while I was gone, Zach decided to plant a kiss on Cheyenne. And I don't know, man. I guess I was an emotional cat back then. I am a Scorpio, people. I let my feelings get the best of me, or did I let the gray goose? Which one was it?
A little bit of both.
Because I definitely got loose, man. I slammed apples on a table. These apples. I broke doors. I was trying to fight Zach. And this was about 6 years ago. And Zach is my best friend, brother from another mother, family to this day, man. I love that guy. But, yeah, man, I lost my temper. not just once but twice with another guy, ended up putting my hands on somebody else, and I think MTV said, "Damn, this guy got personality. This guy got some fire."
It made really good TV.
Maybe that's what MTV saw.
They're like, right? Put him on the challenge.
Let's see what he can do, right?
Get his angry ass on the challenge.
Because we really didn't go into competitive like events, like competing in these dates that we went on, these challenges that we did do on RU1. They weren't competitive. They were like bullshit. Dating things, figuring out if you perfect match with the other girl. So right. MTV didn't see me for being athletic or anything. They just saw this guy that can make really good TV and is going to be himself no matter what. So I think MTV picked up on that. And after Are You the One, we ended up winning that show. Ended up going home with a good 19 grand. Feels good.
Hey.
And
taste of some money.
I didn't find love.
Right.
Didn't find love. Ended up dating a girl, but you know, her and I became best friends. Now she's like family now. But a few months later down the road, I get a call from MTV and saying, "Hey, would you like to be on a challenge?" I'm thinking, what? I'm like, what? Being back on TV? That's all I heard. Cameras, lights, action. Let's go.
Done. Say no more.
No idea what the challenge was, brother. No idea. But when I picked up that phone, I was like, yeah, sign me up. Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, damn if there ain't no cash prize.
No matter what it is. It's, butt naked?
Right.
They
done.
Know what I got to do? Oh, scuba diving? What? You tell me. Shit, shave my ass? Okay, bet. But,
easy one.
Man, I just would do anything to be in front of the camera because that's what I love to do, and that's what like brings me together. But when the opportunity presented itself, I jumped on it, not knowing what I was going to get myself into. And basically, my first season was Rivals 3, and it was in Mexico. And it was you were partnering up with somebody you did not like, got into it with, or had some altercation.
Damn.
Well, I was partnered with this girl named Amanda from Are You the One?
I remember that.
Her and I did not like each other. She's a little feisty thing. Shout out to Amanda. She's like my little sister now. Crazy, right? How the tables turn.
Man.
I don't know. Something about a good fist fight, a good argument, you know.
Hey, it makes you family after
right? After that, you locked in. And where was I? Yeah, Rivals 3, you know. Going on that challenge, I remember my first interview going on there. I was acting a little bit of cocky in my interviews because I was acting like I knew what I was getting myself into, but I had no idea. I was going on there and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm here to party, drink. I'm winning all the competitions. This ain't shit. I'm gonna be the first black guy to win a challenge." Well, tell me what. This has been done over 6-7 times, and they did not tell me that.
They didn't even know.
They just let me talk out my ass. And you know, I'm thinking, I'm just, oh man, they believe in everything that comes out of my mouth. I'm gonna look like a star when this comes out. Man, I look like Boo Boo the Fool. I experienced my first elimination in a couple challenges, and I think that's what started the fire. I ended up winning the first elimination with Amanda as my partner, pulling her up this wall. And after that, man, it just started the fire. It lit the fuse in me, and I just like, wow, I fell in love, bro. Because growing up, I was always I always had that competitive in me, always. Right. But, you know, I was okay at basketball. I was okay at football. I was okay at track. But I was never that guy that was the best on A-team, a star, in the newspapers, D1 scholarship. That wasn't me. But I was well-driven. And you put me on a basketball court, you put me on a football field or a track, I'm going to give you 110% no matter what it is. Because I like to compete, I like to win. And I think that's the dog in me. No doubt about that. Growing up in Inglewood, you learn how to be a dog and survive and how to adapt in certain environments. And that's one thing you have to do on the challenge is adapt.
And I think that's why a lot of people connect with that show, because not everybody watching that show is an athlete or a D1 athlete, but like you have to train and you got to take care of your body. And I see your routine. Your routine is crazy. We were just talking about it, and I was like, "Yo, like, how do you have time for all this? Like, your shit's even telling you need sleep." Like,
right.
Like, that's dope though. Like,
you know, going throughout a couple seasons being on a challenge, and man, if you not winning and getting so close to winning, being this close, like inches from being a champ in this game, man. I remember my second season. It was in Thailand, season 29, and I got second place. I lost by 2 minutes by this guy named CT, a legend. And that hurt, man. And right then and there, I told myself, this is for me. I am the challenge. I'm going to train not just my body, but my mind, my spirit. And I'm going to win this. Not just for me, but for my friends, family, and to inspire others that no matter where you come from or what you've done in the past, it doesn't have anything to do the outcome of your future. Right. You can make it what it is.
Right.
And
I've actually noticed that about you. Like, from the moment I met you and the jobs that you've had, from being at the clubs and the strip club, like, now I feel like you're in a totally different space. You're reading motivational quotes, you're posting motivational quotes, you're eating better, you're working out daily, like hourly almost. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, you're meditating, and like, it's inspiring. Like, I think a lot of people that watch you and have been able to grow with you, they've seen when you've had your lash out moments, but now they've seen just like the last episode when you put yourself and your money on the line for your homeboy Corey. Like, right. That shit was selfless. Like, you can't teach moments like that. Like,
nah, no doubt, moments like that are priceless. And you know, I didn't,
and it was good for TV.
It was good for TV, no doubt about that.
Take me back to the moment where you're sitting in front of Johnny Bananas.
Okay.
And you're telling them, put me in. Don't put Corey in, put me in. Take me back to that moment. I know it took a lot for you to really think about that and really like what fueled that?
Right, man. I'm sweating right now even thinking about it.
I bet.
It just takes me back. But man, I had 24 hours to think about my decision, and I thought about it really, really hard. And I put myself in Corey's shoes, and I thought about my life and all the blessings that I've had. And when I realized and took a moment to look at Corey one day, he was looking at his pictures and his kids and letting me know he has a baby on his way, and he just had a lot going on in his life. I was thinking, like, and all he wanted to do is give his kids the best life he's never had and have that Fresh Prince Bel-Air family, you know.
Feel it.
Round table, family around, big house. Don't have to worry about no troubles, no money. Your kids got the best schools. Just giving them opportunities that we didn't have. Right. And we had a long talk. So that night I slept, I woke up and I said, you know what? I think this is what I'm here for. Yeah. This is what I need. I want to give my brother the best opportunity to win this $1 million. I just felt like this moment was the right moment to make my decision and let them know, like, hey, put me in. And trust me, I thought I was going to beat Rogan. I had all faith. I was like, oh, I'm an elimination king. I had the second record. Shout out to Wes. He has the first record. Shout out to Wes. He has the first record. Most elimination wins. I had the second. But I had full intentions of going down there, stepping onto the battlefield. Because when you step onto that battlefield, man, it's like a gladiator going to war. Because either you're going to win or you're going to go home.
Right.
And to put all that time there, living in that bunker, it was a fucking nightmare. Y'all just don't understand. We were living underground, no sunlight, rain, cold. We had to piss and shit in porta potties because the bathrooms were just a piece of shit. The drainage fucked up. The living conditions were horrible, man. It was in the negatives. That's how bad it was. Scale 1 to 10, negative. So you got to realize our spirit was getting broken, our mentality. You just, being there, you were just breaking down. You go in there with high spirits, man. By the time you leave a challenge, man, you're just out of it and just want to go home.
Right.
But putting myself through all that and making the decision I made, a lot of people said I shouldn't have, but they don't realize I've been in Corey's shoes, how money could play a big part in life. So, I took that all into consideration, and I felt like that's what I needed to do.
Right.
And it was the hardest loss ever, man. Shout out to Rogan for getting me on that one. But, man, I lost my focus on that.
I was sore when I seen that. Like, after watching that, I was like, yo, like, these fools just clashed. And y'all had what? Like, a small little area to work with?
Narrow 2 walls against you, and you just running full speed at each other and collide. And a lot of people said I should have jumped, but you realize this guy had a good 60, 70 pounds on me, man.
Is he pretty fast?
He's pretty fast. He's a rugby player. So he had size on him too. He's pretty fast. But I was a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But like I said, I went low. I should have had him the first round, but I lost focus and I wasn't thinking, dude. I was so focused on how big he was and how strong he was. I said, let me just drag him with me until I feel like I can let him go. If I would have let him go, bro, I would have had him the first round, you know?
Right.
And then that second round, man, it just went to shit. So, but that loss was hard to take. But, man, I'll never forget that moment. And I wouldn't change a thing.
Corey looked at you in a totally different light, and you could see it through the lens. You had people crying on the internet. Had people crying in their living rooms.
I had mad love from the fans, and my DMs were stacked. Text messages were going crazy. And I think, to be honest with you, this came at a right time because, you know, as of right now, we're going through a lot in the world with COVID-19, with people losing their jobs, and just a lot of negativity going into 2020. So for some people to see that and it brought a smile or a tear, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad to show that because maybe we can teach our generation selfless and how there's kindness still out there. There's nothing wrong with having compassion. It's cool to be on top, but it's even better when everybody makes it.
Right. It's like Wale said, I may not change the world, but I will spark the brain that will change the world.
Exactly. So, shout out to Wale for that quote.
How many years has it been since you've been doing the challenge now?
Well, I've been on MTV for the last 5 years of my life. And,
damn, that went quick.
I know, bro. Shit. 5 years. God damn it. No wonder COVID-19 came. God
for
said,
real,
sit your ass down. Life is passing me by.
Rest your body, goddammit.
Man.
So how much longer you think you have of the challenge? You putting like a because I know Wes has been doing it since like 2005 or something like.
Right.
I remember him on the Real World when the Real World came to Austin, and when I seen him on there, I was like, hey, that's that dude.
That's that redheaded cat. I don't know, man. I have no ideas because you never know what God has set up for you in the future, what opportunities He presents Himself. You know, maybe I go this way, maybe I go that way. And that's the thing with my life and my career because, you know, I try to use this platform to get to the next level. And that's what it's all about. So acting is my number one, you know. If I got called for a movie or I booked a TV show, bye challenge. Nah,
right.
I'm just playing. I love it.
Later.
I got mad love for MTV because it made me the man I am today. And I haven't got that win yet, man. That champion. To call myself a champion in this game is what the goal is. That's one of my goals that I have not checked off the list. So until then, and maybe even after, you never know. Maybe I need a couple rings on my finger.
Right.
But let's get that number one first, right? I've always wanted to give back and inspire others. That's a huge thing for me. So, you know, I know money's not everything. But if I did win the challenge, those are one of the top things I will be doing. But yeah, man, my goals are to win the challenge one day and to chase the dream, you know, becoming an actor, being on the big screen one day in the TV shows, and maybe having my own business. You know, you never know what opportunity is going to present yourself because I'm very versatile. Even throughout this time of COVID-19, bro, I know a lot of people turned around and said, put their head down and said, man, how am I going to survive through this? I got bills to pay. I got shit to do, man. And I can't do shit. But I think this is a time you gotta just look in the mirror and say, you know what, this is the time to thrive off these moments. What can I do to benefit? What can I do to level up? Because things are gonna get back to normal, but you don't want to come back as the same person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're doing the same thing you did a month ago or a year ago, what the fuck? What have you been doing then?
Right. Like pick up a new skill, pick up a hobby, pick up other interests.
Exactly.
You know, I've seen you throughout the years and your transformation of your lifestyle, and I mean, every time I've posted a picture back then, it'd be like, he's a dickhead, whatever. But nowadays, it's like, I'll post a picture, and now it's like, oh, man, he's so inspiring.
You know, it's crazy. Every time I open my DMs and I get these kids or parents or writing me, or I'm doing cameos, doing shout-outs, saying you inspire my kids. Man, that selfless move you made. Man, I love you, Nelson. I'm a big fan of yours. Just asking for inspirational speeches or guidance, and I never thought that growing up, man. I'm like, this is crazy right now. I mean, I'm a nobody, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even call myself a reality star. You know, that's crazy to me because I don't look at myself as a star. I'm just Nelson, Nelly T, this is me. You
And
know what I'm saying?
the thing is, though, is you give a lot of people hope. Like, even with people that have followed your journey, they look at you from where you started in the eyes of viewers,
Right.
and now you've elevated to like an inspiration, an icon. So like it's dope, especially me being like a homeboy, but like I can go and I can read the comments and I can see how it transitioned from people like trying to get your attention by talking shit, and now it's like, bro, like, it's all like positive vibes. Like everything on your page right now has just been like positive vibes. So it's dope seeing that transition.
You control your storyline. It's up to you. At the end of the day, you write your own book.
Right.
And how you write it is gonna be how the outcome comes out,
Right.
As you said, trust me, people, I do have those hate DMs. I hate you, you suck, you're a piece of shit, you're a dickhead, all that. The next thing you know, weeks later, I love you, Nelson. Oh my God, you inspire me. So don't get it twisted, man. This reality world takes a toll on you because you got to realize you're putting your whole life out there for people to be judged.
Right.
And you are judged. Trust me, people. Hard. People don't even know me, and I'm a dickhead, or I'm a bitch, or I'm this and that. I'm like, God damn, Nelson,
like,
go eat a dick, Nelson.
Like, y'all got some hate in your heart.
I was like, what did I do to you?
God
Shit.
damn.
You never had a bad night, but I hope you're ready for that. So whoever does or want to do reality TV, be ready for that. Be ready to accept those insecurities, those judgmental people, because I've had to do that. And once you accept your insecurities, and trust me, people, I had a lot of them growing up, a lot. And I hid from them. I tried to hide them. I tried to cover them up. I tried to be somebody that somebody liked just to be their friend. That was me, doing stuff that I didn't like to do just to be accepted. But fuck that, man. Fuck that, dude. That's not who you need to be. If people don't want to accept who you are and your flaws, you need to put them behind you and move forward. And I think that's one thing I learned throughout life is that if you don't like who I am, I like what I do, it's cool. Not everybody's going to like you. You're going to have enemies, you're going to have friends, and that's the way life works. But if you do not accept your insecurities and you try to run from them and hide from them, who you really are, you're going to hate yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to hate yourself. And that's one thing I've learned being in a relationship or chasing my career is that you can't hide from yourself. You have to wake up every day and look yourself in the mirror. If you're not honest with yourself, then who you gonna be honest with?
Damn, that's facts.
But yeah, man, and throughout my life being in relationships, man, I've learned a lot and I've made my mistakes. And yes, people, I am single. I know a lot of people probably caught that Dr. Phil episode, and not to bring light to that, but
damn, I remember that.
I got DMs about that lately too, and you're gonna have your regrets.
Wait, so
life.
Let's talk about that. So Dr. Phil, I remember when you told me, hey, I'm about to shoot this thing for Dr. Phil, need that cut, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think you thought it was going to be a totally different type of, like, show.
Yeah. My expectations of the outcome was not what I wanted. And like I said, people, you're going to have your regrets in life, but that's something you're going to have to live with and accept because we all make mistakes.
Long story short, you were brought there to argue.
Right? Long story short, I was brought there to look like a fucking bitch. That's what I was brought there. I was used and abused. Man, and I want to teach this to people too, man, because I know going into this TV industry, any opportunity that presents itself, especially if you don't have a lot, you don't think twice about it. You just go. It's a green light. You're like, oh my God, this door just opened. This is what I'm supposed to do, especially if that's what you love to do. But sit back, think about it, and realize what you're getting into, because not everything is a green light. Maybe you need to put a pause on that, or that's not for you, because I've made my mistakes, and I just like to let other people know that too.
I feel like you're talking directly to like girls who are offered porn.
I love porn. I'm all for it. If that's what you love to do, if you love to fuck, and a whole bunch of different people and random crazy shit. Go ahead.
So Nelson, you got a big platform of social media. I noticed you got a YouTube. Your Instagram's popping. I seen you just got an OnlyFans. Hey.
Yeah, man. You know, it's crazy because my social media has grown a lot throughout these years, but this last month it's even grown over 40,000 followers because of one episode.
Shit.
And
from that one episode?
From that one episode, bro. I was at like
crazy.
120, now it's like 160. And I mean, to some people that's not a lot. You know, I know people 2 million, 200, 300. I'm like, yo, you doing your thing.
Hey.
But I was never a big social media guy back then either. You know, Twitter, I look at Twitter every time I'm on there, it's nothing but drama and anything but negative views. People, it just feels like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You're not talking shit or getting talked about. Yep. It's like you're not getting likes, you're not getting retweets. So I wasn't too in love with Twitter, Instagram.
Shit, you were trending on there.
Yeah, trending a couple times on Twitter, bro. It was dope. I was like, oh shit,
I was like, hey,
love.
Nelly T.
But yeah, my Instagram, I've grown to love Instagram because, I'm always on there showing what I'm doing throughout my day and just trying to inspire others and just always being me. And and I think Instagram gives me the platform to show some of my characteristics as I'm going into life. Like when I say about that, it's like my fitness, my fashion, my daily routine in the health industry, how I eat, what I'm putting in my body. And that's what I love about Instagram, because you can learn a lot from Instagram. You get to network with a lot of people. It's the biggest network out there. If you don't have friends, go on Instagram, because you make some friends. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have something to inspire you, go on Instagram.
And I've noticed from your page, you kind of take people out on a journey. Your meal when you wake up, to the daily routine of working out and recovery and swim. It's dope. Yeah. You inspired me to go run today. I ate lunch. I was texting Nelson and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go run a mile real quick.
Nice.
And I'm sore now. Thanks.
Go hop in the ice bath. That's one thing I love Instagram about, because I do like to take people on a journey with me, especially if it's throughout my day or me traveling. You turn on a camera, you just getting full Nelson all day, and man, it's fun.
So your YouTube, what are you primarily pushing on YouTube?
Basically, it's going to be with Nelly T training around the world with all kind of different athletes, anybody in the health industry, doctors, just anybody, just people that are entrepreneurs making it in life. And I think that's one thing I've always wanted to do, is host my own show. Hopefully, I get this YouTube popping throughout my life and show other people how you can better yourself and how there's other ways to stay healthy and live a longer, happy life. So we'll get into all that too, but OnlyFans just dropped too, baby. Hey! I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I contemplated for about like 2 or 3 weeks if I wanted to make an OnlyFans or not, because I was looking at my image. I was thinking about people judging me.
So did you think it was gonna tarnish your image?
I honestly thought that it could tarnish some of the opportunities, but after I kept doing my homework and digging on OnlyFans, I realized, you know what? The same pictures I'm posting on Instagram with my shirt off or in my boxers, why not get paid for it on OnlyFans? People are wilding. I don't give a fuck. You do whatever you do on OnlyFans, but this is what I'm going to do.
Get that money, baby.
Get that money. Now respect. Don't knock anybody's hustle.
Give me $10 for showing you my balls.
Let me see that pinky toe. Come on, suck some toes. The people be wilding on OnlyFans.
Wait, so do you have like a restriction on what you can post, or is it or is it just full out?
No, full out, balls deep. If you want asshole licking, toe sucking.
So you can post videos,
girls and guys fucking. Like, I'm getting like all kinds of stuff in my DMs. I'm like, whoa. Hopefully, we are in 2020 in a good note, because no doubt about it, the sun will shine. The storm is here, but as long as we keep doing what we need to do, we keep our head up high. No matter how hard we fall, I know times can get rough, because I've been there. Got to always get back up, because God has a plan for everybody.
And I think the best thing we can do for the remainder of 2020, because we're already more than halfway through the year. So I think the best thing we can do for 2020 is just educate yourself, pick up a hobby, pick up a skill.
Do something that makes you happy.
Elevate your lifestyle, work out, exactly. Do something that makes you happy, and everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, buddy.
Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right, man. But anyway, man, I'm loving it. Trey, Appreciate you having me here, man.
Always.
This is a blessing.
Always a pleasure.
Right here, just doing this podcast with Trey, man, it's a blessing because you got to realize, man, I've done a couple podcasts and interviews and this and that. I never thought I'd be interviewed by Trey or 106 or iHeartRadio or People's Television.
Right.
And I'm a prime example. Look at me. Take a minute. Think about it, what I've just told you and where I came from, where I'm sitting right now. Because if this is what you want, go get it.
You came a long way, Nelly T.
Yes, sir.
And we're proud of you back home, baby.
Appreciate that.
This is going to wrap up episode 7. I'm Trey the Barber.
I'm Nelly T, baby, and I had a good time rocking with my boy Trey the Barber. Shit, I didn't even think it was going to go that long. We just kept it going. You had a lot to add.
You think you got a